setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Been a minute, Nick Hughes.
It has been a hot minute.
Oh, it really has, and it's hot in here,
as always.
But that's just the heater being the heater here at FNR. Twilight Football. It's been a while since we've actually been in the studio. I mean, for the two of us, because we haven't been in since before lockdown. Actually, hosting a show. I mean, I was here last night, but it was Paco Radio. It wasn't, the usual hour we have here where things get a little bit loose and we talk all sorts of smack. We just haven't done a show, I think, probably since the start of the year.
Together, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we did one full 90 back in the day.
Back in the day.
Start of the year. But the other ones, just all the lockdown shows mainly. Our Friday trio with Ed.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ed, man, now.
The legendary quiz battles and bring it back.
Well, for those that don't know, this is the ultimate quiz matchup right here. This is like 1v2 all the time, and maybe rotating wins.
Maybe Willem can whip up some questions for us later on.
I like that because I'd like to. I haven't actually done a quiz in a while.
They're good fun.
Yeah, so it's been a bit of a fun few weeks. I mean, throughout lockdown, we've been blessed to have had the Olympics on. We've enjoyed the Olympics. I mean, not just for the football, but for the entire thing. I think I've probably enjoyed the Olympics the most that I ever have in memory. I think even, I think back, probably the youngest I remember of it was probably Athens, and that was still even I was probably not aware enough. But, this has been a lot of fun, especially in terms of the journey and a lot of the teams that, we've sort of focused, we've sort of, gotten behind throughout the period. I mean, the Matildas, they continue their journey tomorrow up against the US. That game will be kind of coinciding with State of Our Football Nation tomorrow, but we'll talk a bit about that now, just before we get to Dylan Wenzel-Halls in about 15 minutes' time. Blessed to be joined by him, obviously the new Western United striker. It's a big game, and the reason why it's a big game is because we're taking on America.
Absolutely.
And
it could be for 7th and 8th. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
You have to beat America.
You don't want to lose against America. We drew against them in the group stage, and that was just like, all right, we're both going through. Yeah. Let's just kick back and knock the ball around for 15 minutes in the last period of the game. But this is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it is technically game 3 of this best of 3 series we've got going on with the US at the moment. Unfortunately, the Opals lost today. They got a battering. It was a bad loss.
That was coming too. They were lucky enough to even make that game.
Well, we were up watching that, and we were hoping just to get to the magic 25 number.
Yeah, I know.
And then tomorrow, before the Matildas, we have the Boomers taking on they're not the Dream Team anymore, but they're taking on Team America. And I'll tell you what, I'm so pumped for that period.
It's going to be a huge game. That to turn it into Basketball Nation Radio for 2 seconds. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I remember still, because I mean my sort of basketball interest relative to what it used to be when I was a kid has waned slightly, but I remember getting real into the FIBA World Cup a couple of years ago, and it's sort of similar now. Australia have got a real shot now. Like that last quarter against Argentina.
Oh.
Gee whiz. But
that was a systematic, and I can't even use the word that I want to use, but it was just a complete demolition job. And I hope that they can do the same thing. They won't be able to do the same thing tomorrow. They don't have a 41-year-old Luis Scola and Facundo Campazzo and a bunch of other sort of Argentinian journeymen. No disrespect to Argentina. They're a great basketball nation, but we're not going to be able to do the same against Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, and you can literally rattle them all off, and they're all just amazing players. But talking about the Matildas, this game against America is massive because you want to come home with a medal. It's been an amazing journey in terms of they got the win against Team GB, and that in itself was enthralling. It was insane. It was one of the most insane, I think, half an hours, I think, that I can remember watching football.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen a lot of insane half an hours of football throughout this, Euros to Olympics period of, crazy extra times, crazy second halves, crazy games. This in itself was just nuts. And obviously the downer of losing against Sweden, where I think to sum it up, that loss against Sweden was, I think the Matildas kind of just got exposed. As yes, there was a stiff goal that didn't go their way, but Sweden were the better team, and I think we have to acknowledge that. I think a lot of the takes that I've seen recently have been very much on the side that we've been robbed. You may have been robbed from one chance, but the facts are the Matildas didn't necessarily... The Matildas looked very good because Sweden let them after they scored. They said, have the ball, we'll sit back, we back ourselves defensively to get it done. But the hoofball, the lack of, any sort of plan B through the midfield, bomb down the wings, cross it to Sammy. Does that sound familiar from the national ethos?
Absolutely. But you're exactly right. If you lose to a team twice in a week or just over a week, then I think it's you probably accept rather that they're just at maybe a level that the Matildas aren't quite at the moment. Obviously, there are some players that weren't involved in this tournament that maybe if they were fully available would have played a part and been of some help. But I think that in many ways the writing was sort of on the wall for the Matildas pre-tournament because, of course, there was that run of friendlies that was quite concerning. I think it was 5-0 to the Netherlands and a couple of other defeats that were certainly interesting. But you're exactly right. This is very important now because you look at in the the last two major tournaments, certainly in my memory, the World Cup in 2019 didn't go to plan, didn't get as far as we would have liked, and now the Olympics, this is the furthest that a Matilda side has gone to the Olympics. So now this is an opportunity to get a first medal. Yes, it's bronze. It's not the color that we maybe would have liked, but beauty of it is there's now only 3 years until the next Olympics, and of course we got our own World Cup to look forward to, and it'll hopefully just be the start of something.
There's a lot to look forward to in the fact that we could still sort of look at the personnel in certain areas and go, we've got some really handy players. Like Mary Fowler's sort of just breaking onto the scene and showing everyone how good she really is.
That goal against the UK.
Unbelievable. And, you've got some great attacking players, Sam Kerr, Caitlin Ford, Kaya Simon. The list really goes on and on and on. But I still think the area of concern is still defensively. The thing is, I am all for a back three when it works, when you got the personnel. And I think if Australia had 3 really competent centre-backs which would work in that system, it could work brilliantly because having to play Ali Carpenter and Steph Catley in a back three, you're hamstrung going forward, right? I thought Hayley Raso battled brilliantly on the right-hand side, but defensively, you're leaving Ali really exposed. When Ali Carpenter was able to get forward on the right-hand side, you could see what sort of damage she could do. You saw what Steph Catley was able to do against Team GB when she's been able to get forward. And I understood that they played Catley on the left side of the fence because in the group stage, they got exposed a lot there through Ivy Lewick. But you don't want to be doing that consistently. You want to be able to have them further up the pitch because you think about the benefits of having them higher up. Ali Carpenter is one of the best right backs in the world. Yeah. Playing for Lyon, she's a gun. She's a superstar. And you saw it every time she got forward. I know I wasn't the only one on the Ali Carpenter needs to be freed from centre-back train, but you saw that when she got forward, what she could do. Yeah. And I think that Hayley Raso would be better suited if she's playing further up, playing off the bench or on that right-hand side instead of Kaya Simon. And Australia have now Tony Gustafsson. I'm not saying Gustafsson. Gustafsson. I think he needs to find 2 other players to slot in alongside Alana Kennedy because Claire Polkinghorne, contrary to some opinions, is not as quick as maybe she once was. She is getting a bit older. Ivy Lewick's 35. Yep. Is it Laura Brock? Who's it going to be? That's something that now these next 2 years are going to be at trying to find, but also as well finding what the best midfield mix is too. Because again, it's been neglected. And there's one thing I can't stand about, when I watch a team play, if the midfield's being neglected, that really irks me.
That photo that was going around on Twitter with the middle part of the pitch coloured in, and it was like, I can't remember what the caption was.
It was like the Australian national curriculum or something.
No-go zone for Australian football in the midfield. But yeah, it was bizarre, the Carpenter and Catley thing, particularly when you think about, you called it hoofball and crossing it into Sam. If that was the tactic, you've got arguably your two best crossers not involved and not getting in crossing positions, which was interesting, in and of itself.
And then putting in those balls that they were actually putting in from halfway. And you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be putting diags into the box. You want to get them up and you want to get them sort of into really good crossing positions.
Yeah, and defensively as well, as you mentioned, I think, with all due respect to Ellie Carpenter, she clearly isn't a centre back. She's not very tall. She's not used to playing that position, and particularly up against Ellen White for Team GB. I think we saw the sort of aerial prowess that Carpenter doesn't have, and maybe a bit of a positional sense or whatever, which, like I said, you can't blame her for being thrust into a position in a big tournament. That's a quarterfinal of an Olympics that she's playing in there against Ellen White, who is obviously a top player herself. So yeah, I think this is still very early doors for Gustafsson as well. So give him hopefully a bit of time to figure out sort of his players and his system, and we'll see what happens. But I think, like I said, given the atmosphere that seemed to be surrounding the Matildas pre-tournament, I think how they've gone, getting to a shot for a bronze medal now, I think you can put a tick in the 2020, 2021 Olympics, whatever you want to call it. And we'll move forward. And just to close off as well with Ellie Carpenter, I almost passed out when I found out she was 21 years old.
I know.
I could not believe it. She is a month to the day, April 28. My birthday's May 28. She's a month older than me.
That is crazy.
I could not believe it.
And she's played 50 games.
I could not believe it. I was stunned.
That is unbelievable. I think we seem to forget how in the women's game players are blooded at a much younger age compared to in the men's game. Like, how rare is it to see a 16-year-old playing? You have to be some freak of nature to be playing men's international football at 16. But in the women's game, there's opportunities do come. And Ali has really taken that position as her own, and she's made it hers. So, you know what? It is unbelievable to think that by the time that she's probably 30, she might have close to maybe 200 plus caps, which is crazy.
That is outrageous, isn't it?
Nuts. In a few minutes, Nick will be joined by Dylan Wenzel-Halls, the new Western United signing, new striker. Obviously, Nick, no secret, you're part of the Western United family.
Absolutely.
It's a bit of an exciting period. Before we get to them, I mean, some nice signings. Yeah. Dylan Wenzel-Halls, Noah Botic, Nikolai Topper-Stanley, and today Jamie Young joining. Yep. I think this is going to be an interesting time now for Western United. Probably the first real squad turnover since, real big squad turnover since, their inception 2 seasons ago. Yeah,
for sure. I have to make sure I talk very slowly, so something that I'm not supposed to say doesn't slip out. But no, you're right. I totally agree. I think there's been a fair bit of reaction to the signings already. I think the experience that has been brought in with Topper-Stanley, he's as like for like a replacement for Andrew Durante as you could ever find. So I think that's a great move, and even experience aside, the guy's still a quality centre back. He just won the Jets Player of the Year last year, and if he can stick another one top bins like he did a couple of years ago, then I think he'll have repaid his contract in full just in that one moment. Jamie Young, name a team in the A-League that has a better pair of goalkeepers than Western United now with Jamie Young and Ryan Scott.
No one.
I think that's whichever takes the number one jersey at the start of the season, or throughout the middle or end of the campaign. Hopefully the club is back in finals, of course. I think those two in goal pushing each other you see the world over the importance of a good crop of goalkeepers and a tight knit group of goalkeepers as well. Between the coaching staff and the goalkeeping union, it's something particularly as a Liverpool fan that I often read is very important with young goalkeepers and with the coaches and just how they gel and keep pushing each other and that sort of stuff. And then young exciting forwards. Dylan Wenzel-Halls we'll chat to in a couple of minutes, as you said, and Noah Botic, I'm very excited to watch. Watching some of his highlights and researching from Germany, and of course the under-17 World Cup a couple of years ago is looks a ready-made senior footballer already. It's easy to forget that he's 19 years old. He's got a great frame. Very intelligent movement off the ball in the box, and so it's starting to form together nicely. And looking forward to what'll happen in the next couple of weeks. Season's only just around the corner at the end of the day.
Absolutely. I mean, it's technically the FFA Cup starts next week, and Western United's playoff against the Jets still TBD at the moment. In an ideal world, it would have kicked off next week. Unfortunately, due to the New South Wales COVID situation, we can't have those games at the moment, so hopefully that is sooner rather than later. Nick, we'll take a short break. We come back. We'll see if we'll get Dylan on the line. We'll have a quick chat to him. Really excited to get his thoughts on early days at Western United. It's an exciting time for the club, and just exciting to see that they've got some new blood and some new fresh faces. That's the beautiful part of this time of the year, the transfer period. We'll talk a bit about the transfers in Australia and Europe a little bit later on in the show as well, and we'll also discuss a little bit of what to look forward to in the next few days in the Olympics. So we're back in just a sec here on Twilight Football.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the price of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website, dkpco.com.au, or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website, dkpco.com.au, or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
welcome back to Twilight Football here on FNR Football Nation Radio. Nick Tabano and Nick Hughes here, the Nick Squared today.
Nick Squared, yeah. See it.
Without further ado, we're joined here today by Western United's new signing, Dylan Wenzel-Halls. Dylan, coming through all good on your end, mate? Hang on, we're having a bit of technological problems on one sec. Sorry, Dylan, we'll get to you in just a sec. We're just seeing it. Hear us now, mate?
Yeah, he can hear us. We just can't hear him at the moment.
What we're going to do, Dylan, we're going to take another quick break. Just one sec, mate. We'll get back to you in just a sec. We've just got to work through these issues back in just a moment here on Twilight Football.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants. Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Hey, can you hear me, guys? Perfect.
All right, after all that, we're all good. We're all good. We finally fixed it up. We got West United striker Dylan Wenzel-Halls here. Really sorry about all that one, mate, but we got you loud and clear. How's things going, mate?
Yeah, no, all good, thank you. Obviously enjoying life in Melbourne and no, happy to be here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, first impressions of Western United. First few days now of pre-season, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Obviously, you know, the standards have been good. All the boys have been really welcoming and good, and, you know, the club's very professional. So, yeah, really happy.
No secret, the club's brought in an icon of Australian football in John Aloisi as the head coach. What's it been like working with him for the first week or so after he arrived?
Yeah, look, you know, the boss is very detailed. He knows what he wants. He has a clear idea of the football he wants to play, and I think that's really important that, you know, he's implementing that from day one. But, you know, I've worked with him before, and, you know, he's been fantastic. He's very professional, and, you know, I've enjoyed the first week under him.
And I guess how much of a draw was it to come and play for Western United? Was there something in particular that drew you in particular to the project, the club in itself? Because obviously you've played against them for the last 2 years at the Raw.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was the ambition the club has. You know, they want to be a big club, and they had a sniff of semi-finals, and, you know, last year was disappointing. They want to improve on that. So that was the biggest draw card for me. They're professional. For me as well, you know, the constant interest they showed in me was a big one for me. You know, they tried to sign me for a little bit now, so, you know, that was massive for me. And I think just the fact that they're ambitious and, you know, wanted me a part of their project and wanted me to be a part of what they're creating.
It's an interesting point you bring up there. How much of a motivator is that, just as a footballer, just to know that a club wants you as part of their group? How important is that, sort of even just mentally, just to coming in on a day-to-day basis, knowing that you're wanted, that you're going to be backed at the club?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. You know, like I said, the interest they showed, and you know, they valued me. That was the big reason. They valued me, and you know, it's a massive motivator knowing that the club wants you here, and knowing that the club wanted to bring you in to do a job and be a part of what they're creating. I think that's massive, and, you know, that was my main reason for coming. So.
Yeah, and obviously today you're joined by a former teammate, Jamie Young's come across. Have you had many conversations with him about coming across, you know, since it's been official?
No, not too much, to be fair. No, I'm sure I'll see him in a couple of weeks' time, or any time when he gets here. And, you know, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. Jamie's he's one of those goalkeepers that can keep you in a game, and he can help you win games just from you know, his ability. So, you know, the league knows he's a good goalkeeper, and he's a fantastic player signing.
So you mentioned you've worked with Aloisi before. You've got Jamie Young coming in as well. Is there a group of players that you've sort of had experience with playing at different levels? Anyone that you're close with coming into the club, or have bonded with already?
No, you know, coming into the club, it was obviously I played against a lot of the boys, but, you know, wasn't mates with them, didn't know them. So they've been really welcoming. I think, you know, everyone's been really welcoming. But, you know, I've been speaking to Paney a lot. You know, he's a really good guy, and obviously just trying to learn as much as I can off Deer and Sanchez. You know, they've both played at the highest level and played, you know, hundreds of games in, you know, the top flight. So to learn off those sort of players and obviously play with those sort of players is massive for me, and, you know, I can't wait.
And your personal ambitions, I mean, you had a great start to the season last year. Obviously didn't turn out the way you would have liked with first round exit with Brisbane Roar and everything else. But in terms of what you can bring, I guess, for Western United fans, I guess tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, because obviously there'd be some that probably want to know a little bit more about you as a player, etc.
Yeah, well, obviously, like I showed last year, that I can score goals, and, you know, the first, you know, 10 rounds, I thought I was good, and you know, I was flying. I think, you know, Scotty McDonald leaving, you know, probably didn't help that, because he found me a lot. He was the link between, I think, me and Jay. I think so. That was you know, a big loss. But for me, you know, I like to run channels. I like to make forward runs, get in behind. I've got a, you know, shoot on sight policy, so I like to obviously create that half a yard and get my shots away. But no, look, I'll work really hard for the club and the team. I'll run channels, and I think, I've got a little bit of excitement about me as well. I can beat a player and get a shot away. So I'm just really looking forward to obviously, linking up with Dia and Sanchez and, forming relationships and partnerships with those sort of players in the front third.
You mentioned Dia and you mentioned a link player. There's arguably no one better in the league at it than Dia. I mean, what's the first impression of working alongside him been so far?
He's very good. He's really, really, really good. He's facing backwards and he'll still manage to play a penetrating pass forward. No matter where you are on the pitch, he's looking for you. Outside of the foot, inside of the foot. He's phenomenal. He's very, very good, and it's just a pleasure to play with him. And I'm just looking forward to that service that I will get from him. So as long as whenever he's got the ball, I'm making those forward runs and movements that he wants me to make and the boss wants me to make for him to get me in. I think I should get lots of service and lots of joy.
As you mentioned, it was your most prolific season to date last season. 7 goals and 3 assists. What are you looking now to improve on and continue to build on in your game?
Well, double digits is what I aimed to hit last year, and I didn't do that. So, double digits again this year, and I think I really do believe I can do that. But improvement-wise, obviously, everyone can improve on a lot of things. But for me, I think obviously my hold-up play, is getting better and better each week. It got better, obviously, last year compared to where I was 2 years ago. So that was a big one for me. But making better runs, I think, working with, obviously, John, who's, arguably one of the best strikers Australia's produced, which is fantastic. And, it's awesome to work under him. And, hopefully he can, teach me the runs I need to make. And obviously Dia, making those forward runs and making runs that will put me into better goal scoring positions for sure. And
the change of scenery. I mean, you come from Queensland, sunny Queensland, nice weather to, down here in Melbourne. I mean, how have you found the change just in terms of the lifestyle and in terms of Melbourne compared to Brisbane?
Yeah, obviously the big one's the sunny Queensland. So look, it's very cold here, and it's so windy at times, but I'm really enjoying it. I do like the cold. I feel like you got a bit more energy in the cold. I think in Queensland the sun zaps you a little bit, so like I'm really enjoying training in the weather. And in regards to Melbourne, it's a fast paced, really awesome city. So looking forward to obviously just getting to know Melbourne, and now that we're out of lockdown, I can get out and see a little bit of it.
Love that. We mentioned obviously your last season at Brisbane. You've had finals experience yourself in the last couple of years, and you mentioned obviously Western United making the semi-final in the first season, falling short last season. So going forward, I think we've already touched on it a little bit, but getting the club back into finals, how big of a drive is that for you to play a real part in a team that is is striving for those big goals?
Yeah, huge. I think, like I said, the club, believed in me, and they still do believe in me, obviously, and they wanted me at the club. So I want to add value to the club and bring what I can to obviously push for those final spots. And I think, we've got a good core bunch in there that's which capable of anything. So, like I said, I've never won past the preliminary final. So for me, I want to play a role and obviously push on past that.
Well, Dylan, thanks for joining us here. Really apologise for all those sort of technological problems we had. Good luck for this season, mate. We're looking forward to seeing you out in the park, especially down here in Melbourne, and hopefully help Western United get back into the finals. We've really enjoyed seeing your progress over the 2 years, and now we can't wait to see it down here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Speak to you soon.
All
Bye.
good. That is Western United forward Dylan Wenzel-Hawes, one of many new signings that have been announced over the past few weeks, joining us here on Twilight Football. We got there eventually after numerous sort of technological problems, but we got there in the end. Nick, we'll take a really short break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about some other transfer news happening here and abroad, and also a little bit extra. But don't go anywhere here on Twilight Football. Keep sending through your questions on the Twitch as well, and we'll get to them just after the break.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia